Stop, Mississippi. Possum Point, Georgia. Miami.
Who's Amy?
Miami.
You mean your Amy?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hookers?
Bo Hunkers.
Bo Hunkers?
Oh, I beg your pardon. Hoboken.
Hoboken. Oh, well, Mr. Conductor, I want to go to Hot Town.
Hot Town?
Yes, sir.
That's the last stop.
Last-
All aboard.
All right, sir.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. How you doing? My name's Tethercat. Tethercat. Thanks. Translation chant. Hey, we got Chat Rat in the house.
Tethercat said 1-2. Tethercat said 3-4.
Well, there we go. So far, so good. Now for the fun part. We're going to play some Minecraft. This is where it's going to get tricky, folks, because we're going to hop into an old world with a new update and new mods. So, pitter patter, let's get at her. And then we're just going to go fishing. And then we're just going to go fishing. Uh-oh. I'm on full screen mode, aren't I? I don't want to take off that. Let's see how it goes at, I don't know, 1900 by 1080? 1920 by 1080. Fingers crossed. Anyway, how y'all been while we get set up here? I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope everyone is not unwell. Options. Video settings. Full screen mode. Off. Apply. Well, that worked out better. That's a little small. Let's see if we can increase the size of that, shall we? Full screen mode is off. So now it's just a matter of getting this to the proper size. Let's pull this over here. Yeah. And bring that down there. Should be okay. Maybe we'll pull it up there. And I bet we could even bring it off to the side even a little more. There. That seems fine. That seems fine. It's all fine. It's all good. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Jeez, where were we? I think we were going on Fishing Hole. That was the name of that game, wasn't it? 2025? Has it been that long? Let's create a backup and load it, in case we experience world corruption. Now, like I say, we've got a lot of mods happening. Some are new, some aren't. It's been a while since we last played this. Yep, this is the world, alright. We've got our fishing rod. There should be a lot of cats kicking around. We've got Mocha, Nahito, Belle, Shui, Lucian, and Kogi. Perfect. And then we just got a whole bunch of, like, unknowns over there. So this is the new updated world. I think it's 26.2. Let's go fishing. That's why we're all here. Yeah, so how are you? Yay. We got a lot of stuff going on in here. Got a lot of stuff going on in here too. Power 3 and Breaking 3 mending. It's a nice boat. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. We don't have enough space for everything, do we? Sometimes might want to cook some of this food. And, yeah, how are you all doing? I hope everyone's well. We've just got books. Just for no reason, we've just got books. That's fine. I think I'm going to put another chest up here. Let's create some chests. There. We got 2 chests happening. Put that back. Throw this right here. Stuff's happening. That didn't work out the way I planned it. I guess it's time to make another chest. See, HEST chest. Let's grab what we need from a nearby container. This is pull materials from nearby chests, which is kind of cool. And now let's see if we can. Yay! That should give us a little bit more space. And we've also got new items as well. If I in our mods, of course. So if I come over here, we've got 2 new things. Quick stack to nearby containers. and restock from nearby containers. And both of these are apparently from Terraria. So let's see if we can... No, you know what? No, let's not take any chances. Let's just toss this in here. You can never have too many bows and fishing rods and saddles and name tags and lily pads and salmons and fishies and poles and strings. Boots, apparently. Also, that's the tether tail. The tether tail. To give you an idea of the tether tail, it's Luck of the Sea 3, Lure 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. Also, this is me. I've got a golden hat and some golden legs. Otherwise, I'm just me. How do I do the, is it F5? Yeah, there we go. Hi, everyone. My name's Tethercat. I kind of look like Rambo if Rambo were sporting some sort of Greek golden armor, like Hercules. And also blue and furry. You know, a 1-to-1. Just almost lifelike. Oh look, it's my specs. Well, I hope you all enjoy that. If anyone ever wanted to see what my specs were, there you go. I hope you're happy. There we go. Oh yeah, I was doing that. Let me fish this in, and then I'll continue doing quote unquote that. That was to enable a long unforeseen item, which was the Twitch integrated throwing system. Let's power this on. We haven't seen this one in a while. Also, what's chat doing hiding behind chat rat? That ain't cool. That in front of chat rat and place that there. And then we've got the Twitch integrated throwing system happening. Not too worried about that. Oh, see, that's fantastic. That looks good. Kabam. F9. Perfect. It's a little big, so I gotta shrink it just a bit. Put that back on. And we'll bring this over here. F9. There we go.
Minimi Cursor 96 said hello.
Hello, Mini-Me. How you doing? Welcome aboard. It's great having you. We're just doing a nothing. We're doing nothing. We got the old tether tail out, if you recall the tether tail.
Minimi Cursor 96 said doing okay, thanks. How are you?
I'm okay. I gotta admit, I'm okay. I'm not doing 100% great, but then again, I don't think I've had a stream where I'm doing 100% awesome in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. So I'm doing pretty good, and we'll leave it at that. I wanted to get into streaming something.
Legislative probability said best promotion on stream.
It's not that good if I can mute it. Shout out to SiriBot for keeping tabs on things. Anyway, yeah, doing okay, I guess. Wanted to stream something. I'm trying to get back into streaming. took a hiatus. I'm trying to get back into streaming. That means looking at all my library, looking at all the things I used to have going on. Is this a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Can I play this game? Should I not play that game? And, yeah, Minecraft seemed to be a pretty innocuous one. Also, fun fact, I made the mistake of accidentally installing Minecraft recently. And so off-stream, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft off-stream. Detrimental amount of Minecraft off-stream. So
Minimi Cursor 96 said stream whenever you feel like it. No pressure.
Yeah. I get that. And if there was any reason why I wasn't streaming, it was self-imposed. I made a conscious decision to redivert my attentions, to focus my energies. But with that, ooh, what's this? Lunge 3 and knockback 2. That'd be good for a trident if I ever get one of them. Yeah, it was all self-imposed. But then I realized that I was actually kind of missing the ability to chat with everyone. I was missing the ability to stream and make it a community thing. There was a certain level of absence, and I felt a little sad. I felt like I could have done more. So anyway, here we are. We got to a lot of animals going on here. That's odd. I don't have a bed. That's awkward. Oh, the bed's over here. I knew that. I knew that. I gotta show you one of these new mods. So let me grab an axe. And the new mod is basically take out the trees, but then replant the trees immediately afterward. And I'll show you what that does. So this is really kind of cool. You see all this space down here. If I were to just remove these trees, there would just be nothing but blank space, right? But it's gonna break my axe. It replanted all the trees. That didn't work. Guess I need an axe. So, and the other thing is schematics. I can do up schematics. That's what that placement none schematic thing is down at the bottom. I gotta get rid of these sticks. And yeah, let's get some axes going on. Gonna need axes. And I guess I'll need a pickaxe. I guess I don't have enough iron bars for a pickaxe. Oh. I'll put that away. Yeah, we got a stone axe and that's good enough. Let's see, get rid of some of that salmon cod. We now have a lot of wood. Grand huzzah, we got a lot of wood. A lot of oak saplings as well. Yeah, that's alright. Still got tons of wood. We definitely want to keep the Tethertail. Is there a way to favorite the Tethertail to make sure that it never leaves us? I wish there was. Oh well. Keep an eye on it. So, anyways, yes, welcome. My name's Tethercat. How's everyone doing? So typically, in the past little while, what I've done is chat. Just had conversations. In fact, the last few Minecraft streams have just been talking about nursery rhymes and fairy tales. I've been reading from a joke book of Minecraft, and it's been very bad. And yeah, not really doing that tonight. No, we're not getting back into that per se. Just hanging out. This whole world is nothing but just a fishing village. Just fishing. Yeah, nothing's really happened. I've had some good news in the past, I don't know, 36 hours. Nothing life-changing. That made me want to make some good food today, so I went out and made some good food, except it wasn't all that good. I made a large lunch because I was feeling good. And so I discovered, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, I discovered that if you make up rice, vegetables, and cream of mushroom soup. Rice, cream of mushroom soup, and vegetables. And you put it all together, blah, blah, blah. You mix it all, stir it all together. So if you do that up, and then you, because that's basically a paste at that point. What you do is you take some tortilla rounds, like the stuff that they make nachos out of. And you take some of those tortilla type chips that you can find in the junk food aisle of the supermarket. And you use that as the base, and you just start scooping out using the rice, mushroom soup, and vegetables as almost a dip. It's a pretty plain dip. In fact, it has almost no flavor, but you add in those tortilla shell casings, and that's where all the salt and seasoning comes in, along with, you know, a good crisp crunch. Man. So 2 weeks ago, I discovered this whole tortilla dip thing. And my taste buds were blown away. I thought, this is the greatest thing I've never had before. I've got a patent this. I'm going to call this the Tethercat Tortilla Triumph. I'm certain that's exactly what I was saying at that exact moment while I was filling my face gluttonously. And so today I was feeling pretty good, and I thought, yeah, let's do this. And today I did up the rice, did up the mushroom soup, did up the vegetables. Yeah, everything's going pretty good. Did it all up. And then what I do, I added in some salted butter, and I added in just a few shreddings of cheese. If I'm going to kind of make this a taco type dip, I'm going to add some cheese. So I had some old cheddar going on in there. Stirred it all up because it melted together. Stirred it all up. Added the tortilla chips, and it wasn't all that great. It wasn't the cheese, and it wasn't anything. I think I just wasn't that hungry. Maybe my taste buds weren't craving it. I don't know. It wasn't all that great. I wanted to like it. I tried liking it. If anything, it was just a good, fulfilling, hearty, strong meal. That's all it was. I had a good meal. Kind of a letdown. So then what I did was I went over to my Raspberry
Cursor
Pi.
96 said, honestly, kinda sounds tasty, cause I been rice porridge.
Yeah. As I say, if you're doing up a rice dish and it has almost no flavor, and it could be used like a dip, add in those tortilla rounds. I mean, at the hesitation of making this a branded stream, sponsors and everything, I was using the Tostitos rounds, which you can just, as I say, find in the junk food aisle. Might as well be eating corn chips by that point. But I was using those, and it really does bring out flavor. Like, a lot of flavor. It is very good. But I don't know, I guess I just wasn't into it today. So then, like I say, I got some strawberry rhubarb pie, and I just ate a gluttonous amount of that, and it made me feel good. And now I'm just sitting here with some water. Hydration check, everybody. Hydration check.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
Yay. Yep.
Minimi Cursor 96 said Moths 1 pour.
Moths G1 pour.
Axel Leakin said hot over there as well.
Welcome aboard, Axel. It's great seeing you. I'm glad to see you. Is it hot here? Well, actually, it's a nice, pleasant July day. It's in, I think it was 27 today, but that was max. Like, it wasn't 27 minimum with humidex or anything. I think it was probably about 24 and then hit 27 max. So a very pleasant summer's day here near Toronto. How about you? How about the weather where everyone else is? Minimi, Axel. Hopefully the air has cleared up where you are, and hopefully the weather has calmed down where you are.
Minimi Cursor 96 said heavily rainy and muggy.
Really? Heavily rainy and muggy. Oh, hey, Axel, I gotta show you something, Axel. Do you recognize these guys, Axel? Let me give you a hint. That one's Kogi. There's Lucian. We got Shui happening. There's Belle. Here's Nahito. That's Mocha.
Axel Leakin said AHHQ'd.
Yeah. Welcome. This is my fishing world. All I do here is fish. That's all I do.
Axel Leakin said nice homage.
Thanks. Minimi, heavily rainy and muggy. I guess it is that type of time of season for hot, muggy weather, isn't it? Well, I hope that you're surviving. I hope you got some sort of air conditioner or fan or something going on. Something to help you alleviate through this.
Axel Leakin said here it's just hot and sunny, since it's Los Angeles.
Hot and sunny Los Angeles.
Minimi Cursor 96 said I am thanks.
Excellent. Good to hear. One of my secrets I've found is, you know those, if you're going on a picnic, you can grab an ice pack and you put it in your travel pack, and it's a tiny little ice pack you can bring with your food to keep your cold foods cold. I take that ice pack, which is frozen in my freezer. I take that ice pack and I just wrap it into a shirt and put it on the back of my neck. And it cools down the blood on the back of my neck. I do that so much. That's my how to deal with heat tip.
Axel Leakin said I used to use a series of ice packs in similar fashion.
Yeah.
Axel Leakin said when one ran out, I'd switch it out for the next.
Precisely, and that's what I do. I've got 3 of them in various sizes, and one of them fits in a breast pocket. One is just a lunch bag size, and one is for coolers. Like a gigantic, heavy industrial size one. I just put that one on my lap. But yeah, yeah. A good investment if you can find them at a travel goods store or in the travel and sports section of your local Mega Mart. Can't really help with the muggy though. That's how to deal with hot. That's how to deal with sunny. As far as muggy, I don't know. Cold shower every now and then.
Axel Leakin said grocery stores and drug stores probably also carry them since they're useful for injuries
I
too.
hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that's right. I hadn't thought to check the like the first aid section. Typically you can find them in the lunch bag section, I think. Cuz it's, you know, to keep hot foods hot and cold foods cold. So typically you find them in that area. With lunch bags and lunch boxes. Your resealable plastic expendables. Is plastic really expendable when it does not biodegrade? That's too deep an in-depth question for this stream. That's also the perfect question for this stream. We're just having a fun little chat. I put in the tags when I was setting up the stream. I put into the tags Zatsudan because that's all this is. We're just chilling. We're not doing nothing. We're just hanging out. Oh, yeah, I wanted to go and take a look at my trees over there. See how my trees are doing. I like how these trees are just growing outside the containment unit. Because why not? I might as well plant some. What is that? Oh, we got a new fishing rod. Lock of the Sea 3, Lure 3. I got those. Unbreaking 3. That's an okay one. Let's see, what are we doing over here? There we go. See? We're contributing back to the environment. That's what this stream's all about. Welcome to the ecology stream, everybody. I'm your host, Tethercat, and we're all about the environment. Disclaimer, we are not all about the environment. Not even close. That filled up quickly. Let's put that there, this here. That. Do we have mending on these? No. Apparently I picked up some leather boots for some inexplicable reason. Okay, see? We're great. We're golden. I keep forgetting that there's a tower over there. Like an enemy tower over that way. Every now and then they show up and cause mayhem. But I got all these dogs and cats here, so they don't do too much trouble. Ah. I've been watching the new series of Ghost in the Shell. I don't know if you guys have been watching the new episodes for that. Straight out of the old 90s manga. It's fantastic. Makes me so happy to see the old 90s manga getting its just dues. Yep, the new Ghost in the Shell series is fantastic. And I have not been watching too many movies. I think did I watch a movie the other day? Maybe I did. I can't remember. I've been trying to listen to a lot of music.
Said lot of fun anime this season.
I'm not certain. I haven't actually seen all the anime that's coming out this season. And, you know, there's always about like 10 or 12 different shows. I haven't looked and seen any of them except for Ghost in the Shell, and that's where I was. Same goes for movies. The only movie I want to see this summer, this year, is the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie that's coming out next month. Otherwise, I'm not really big into going to the theater this year. I think 2027 is going to have the Spider-Verse movie.
Axel Leakin said that's coming out on my birthday.
Hey, well, happy belated birthday for all the ones we've missed, and I'm glad that you've got a pretty good piece of media that's going to show up on your birthday. I usually get crap on my birthday. My birthday's in the tail end of December. Or, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Tethercat just had a birthday not too long ago, but a certain voice has a birthday in the end of December. Anyway, I always release crap on my... Yeah. Because no one's got money in that Christmas holiday season. No one's got money. No one's going to the theater. No one's going to watch anything.
Axel Leakin said mine is end of August, thus people were often out of town on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, mine, growing up, I always had birthday gifts that were just like, hey, Merry Christmas. And it would have like Santa wrapping paper. I would always get one gift. My Tethercat sibling would get one gift, and then also one gift later on in the year during that birthday. But me, one gift per year. I got screwed. Oh well. And then when anyone would show up, it would just be for Christmas. No one ever showed up for my birthday. So I started doing something, and it started out of... I started doing a thing, and its origin was out of spite, anger, and sadness, and pity and apathy, and a whole bunch of other things. What I started to do was I started holding my birthday in February. In mid-February, I now host a birthday party / charity event. And I tell anyone, if you wanted to come out for a birthday party during the Christmas holidays and couldn't and didn't have money, show up to this birthday party 2 months later. And if you have any money, we're going to donate it to the local shelter. And sometimes it's an animal shelter, sometimes it's a people shelter, sometimes it's a mix of both. But I say, you know how you wanted to show up for my birthday, but it was on Christmas and you didn't want to do that? Well, guess what? Take whatever you were going to give me. If you wanted to get me a $10 gift card for something, take that $10 and we're going to put it towards the shelter. And people have started to do that. Over the past few years, I've gone to the shelter after the event is done. And I've like signed off on 3-digit check numbers and had the presentation and stuff. When I went to the animal shelter, I got to pose with some of the shelter animals. And it was just, and it's heartwarming. And then everyone's like, wow, this is a pretty fun birthday party you got going on. I'm like, well, you wouldn't do this during Christmas, would you? And it's fantastic. I get a great turnout for a great cause. And it makes me feel good too, because people do show up because, you know, they like me. They think that it's all part of the birthday celebration and whatever. So it all works out. It's all good. So if you're ever wondering how to get people to show up to your birthday party, make it a charity event at a local entertainment place. I host mine at a local sporting area. So if you have access to, say, a billiards hall or a swimming pool or something that involves physical activity, community support, and what have you, they will accommodate you. All you got to do is bring a couple of balloons that say happy birthday. And yeah, you put out a little tip jar that just says tip me. And then people throw in. And then you get to take all that money afterwards and bring it to the charity. It's really nice. It's a feel-good thing for me, too. I got screwed so many years. I got screwed for gifts, and this is my way of showing that I'm better than everyone else. Haha, like I say, it was born out of spite. But yeah, here's your feel-good thought for the night is that not me, but my friends and my family have donated nearly 4 digits to local shelter systems for both humans and animals alike over the past few years. If you're wondering about the silence, I'm actually just vibing. I'm just enjoying this 15th century Baroque music. I'm listening to the splash, the crackle of the fire. I'm looking at the blue sky, the scenery, the trees, the water. I'm just enjoying the moment, if you would.
Axel Leakin said that's what I do with a lot of games, just vibe in the environments when they're well done.
Yeah, totally. The problem is that I'm streaming. And so as the voice, as the entertainer, as the on-screen persona, as the hinging point why anyone would even appear, it's kind of up to me to provide the entertainment, even if it's just chatting. So, as much as I just want to sit here and just relax, sit here and vibe, I can't really do that. I want to, but I can't. Plus, as I say, this is the Minecraft game that I reinstalled and just started playing on my off time.
Axel Leakin said thus why I do certain games just for me, and occasionally decide to stream games for others.
Yeah. I've been just chilling in my own realm for far too long. So yeah, this is a necessity to get back to this. Speaking of which, Let's go and feed some of these fish to some of these guys. Mocha, you get a fish. Nahito, you get a fish. Bell, have a fish. Shui, have a fish. You should have a fish, and I don't got any bones, so let me grab you a bone there, Kogi. There we go.
Axel Leakin said I might try streaming again when I decide to rerun Deltarune because I did secret bosses, but didn't get certain hidden egg things.
I have not played Deltarune. I mean, I hear it's pretty good. I've just never played it. Why don't I have any meat? I could have some meat for the dog here. Here, dog, you can have... Kogi, you can have some rotten flesh. Everyone gets some food. Kogi, you get some rotten flesh. There's something wrong with all that. Can't quite tell what's wrong with that, but I know there is something wrong with that.
Axel Leakin said I've greatly enjoyed it so far, despite my usual reticence to play works that aren't fully completed yet. I have enough faith in where it's going.
Yeah, that's right. They're doing chapters for Deltarune. They're doing chapters. I forgot about that. Oh, Axel, can I tell you what one of my plans is? I mean, I can also tell it to you too, Mini-Me, and anyone else who might be watching. I'm just saying Axel, because Axel might be more cognizant of the JP crew. Is that, speaking of Mocha, I was over on Mocha's channel. Now, all the other JP crew, in fact, you've just seen many of them, Kogi, and Shui, and Nahito, and Lucian, Bell. And I was over on Mocha's channel.
Rise 3947 said, oh, that's quite a comfy stream vibe.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice having you aboard, Fens will rise. It's welcome aboard. I haven't seen you here before, and that's what I do. I provide the most chill stream you've probably come across. So, I hope you stick around, and if you do, that's great, and if you don't, that's understandable as well. So, I was over on Mocha's channel, and Mocha was chatting, Mocha being Japanese, was chatting in Japanese to his Japanese audience. And Mocha did something, and I said, hey, that's great. And I typed it in English into his chat. I said, hey, that's great. And on his back end, within the mechanics of his Japanese stream, my typing, hey, that's great, got translated into Japanese and appeared in Japanese on his on-stream chat. And he had an automated text vocalizer for his chat that spoke in Japanese the words that I said. So I typed in English, hey, that's great. And this entire back end translated it into Japanese and spoke it aloud in Japanese. I want to do that in reverse. I want to have it so that people here type in English and people here also type in whatever language they might have, and it gets translated into English, and ChatRat reads it in English. Would that not be the most awesome thing ever? Well, Mocha is doing that. Mocha has succeeded at something I would like to do. So I gotta get in contact with Mocha. Dear Mocha, how did you do that? And how can I do that? Because once I do that, then I'm gonna have a global community watching and participating in my chat. And that's what I want, is utmost inclusivity. That would be so wonderful. I'd be so happy.
Fens Will Rise 3947 said it's kinda crazy how technology has advanced so much. I remember how a universal translator was considered sci-fi when I was a kid.
I agree. And by the way, since you are new here, Fenzel Rise, you should know that I am one of the older VTubers on the internet. I'm over the age of 50. So, I've been around and I've seen a lot of technology. And
Axel
I am
Leakin said
ecstatic.
depends on the translation software. That's usually the fundamental problem with running some of these systems. Like how AI slopification has ruined a lot of useful tools.
I appreciate how Chat Rat said slopification. Yeah, and it does depend on the translation software. Hopefully Mocha's a cheap bastard like me. And I can use his translation software cheaply. Everything you're looking at right now is free. Except for the cost of Minecraft, really. Did I even pay for Minecraft? Have I paid for any of this? I paid for the Mizu avatar Tethercat image. I paid for this.
Axel Leakin said you did commission the VTuber.
Yes. And I also paid my Russian friends, Yugi, the Russian Yugi, and Kiovi. They did my 3D models. So I've paid for my VTuber models, both 2D and 3D. Obviously, I've paid for many Steam games, but I have not paid for, and I paid for this computer, but that's, at that time, that was just a work expense, so that was fine. I have not paid for this OBS. I haven't paid for YouTube. I don't run commercials, so it's not like I'm getting monetized for any of this. I haven't paid for a lot of the back-end stuff. It's just basically all the Steam games. Those are really the things that I've paid for. The VTuber model and the games. Everything else is pretty much free. Oh, and I guess I paid for the Twitch integrated throwing system, the TITS.
Axel Leakin said same with not running commercials. I don't connect my Twitch to any banking, haha.
Yeah, I don't monetize. However, buried and hidden over on my Twitch page, I do have a tip jar. It's called the coffee tip jar. And it explicitly states, if you want to just throw in $2, buy me a coffee. Only if you want. Only if you feel that the content is deserving. Just, toss me a coffee out of generosity. But I've never advertised that. I've never put it out there. No one's ever found it. In the 3 years I've been doing this as Tethercat, one person has put $2 into that jar. And I went out that day and I had a coffee.
Will Rise 3947 said, do you accept fan art?
Fans will rise. I absolutely will. 100% I accept fan art. And I'm so glad you asked because let me pull it up here. Here we go. Kabam. This here, I've put this on my Blue Sky page, by the way, but you might need to go looking for it. This here is the sheet that shows you all the things that you need to know about the live 2D Tethercat fan art experience. So if you go looking on my Blue Sky, or you type in
Tethercat said hashtag Tethercard. Tethercat said hashtag Tethercard.
That's the fan art hashtag that I keep an eye on. With that said, almost no one has put in on any Tethercat fan art. There have been a few people, but not a lot. So if you are so inclined, I would be absolutely enamored. If you wanted to get in on some Tethercat fan art, I would graciously accept it and happily display it. By all means, please do. I insist, with my blessing. It is so rare for me to get fan art. It's not something I ask for, but when it is offered,
Fess will rise
it's
3947 said Kuyut. I'll look into things later. I'll see about it after I do some Comey's science.
Yeah. Wow. Chat Rat really had some problems with that one. Yeah, and again, there's no pressure. If you do fan art, I will accept it. If you don't do fan art, I don't think anyone is going to weep. No one will lose sleep. So don't beat yourself up about it. If you do some, that would be wonderful. But yeah. But I appreciate you kind of putting that out there. That's wonderful. Thank you. Wow, tonight I've had a chance to talk about how I don't monetize, but I managed to plug my coffee tip jar, and I managed to somehow advertise my fan art hashtag and artwork. So yeah, what a crazy evening this is. I'm quite happy. But yeah, I don't monetize. When I try describing my VTuber imperative, so you know how you come across some streamers, some content creators on YouTube or Twitch, and they are constantly promoting themselves. They are constantly selling products and engaging and trying to get everyone to subscribe, and they're shilling a product. You know, they're always doing that. And they're looking for, oh, if we can just subscribe, if you can get me up to 800,000 viewers, that would be wonderful. I'll eat some raw sausage or whatever. Like, you know, stupid drives that they might have. I don't do any of that. And I've tried to describe myself as the old retiree at a overnight late night television station who just plays classic 1950s movies while dressed like a vampire. He's like, welcome aboard to the scary overnight horror show. Tonight we're watching The Blob Returns. It's very scary and very Italian. Let's tune into part 8. And you can tell that the grizzled old veteran, he's not doing it for the money. He's just doing it to kill time, to make people smile, to make the kids happy. That's where I am. That's me as a VTuber. That's me as a streamer and as a content creator. I'm not out to change the world. I don't need 1 million subscribers. I've had my crack at fame. I've had my crack at fortune. I don't want either
Axel
of them.
can set or host for public broadcasting programming blocks, like British sitcoms Saturday nights on PBS.
Precisely. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That person. Yes. That's my vibe. That's what I am as a VTuber. So yeah, sure. Am I a cat? Sure. I'm a cat. Look at me. I'm a cat. You know, whatever. Sometimes, you know, I do what I do. But I don't play into the kayfabe quite like others do. I don't get into it all that deep.
Axel Lincoln said cats definitely are chill when they want to be.
I know. I'm that personification, absolutely. I know that for some, being a streamer is their persona. Like, it's actually an escape from reality, and it is an allowance to be their true self. And you know what? Good on them. That's fantastic. That's great. I am happy for those people. I know far too many of them. It's wonderful. But me, I treat Tethercat like a cartoon character, like Mickey Mouse or Garfield or any of the Saturday morning type of Scooby-Doo type of cartoons. That's what I am. If I had to describe my VTuber persona, it's that I'm just some cat, and I'm just a voice with a cat. And if anyone takes interest with that, then fantastic. Good for them. Good for everybody. I'm just here to put smiles on faces and entertain. I'm doing all this for you. I'm not doing it for me. And I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that.
Fens will rise 3947 said
Yes.
like playing a theater character, except they re a fun creature.
You nailed it, Fens. And it's funny because I have been a theater actor. I've been in film. I've done audio and commercials. I've done voiceovers. I've done a cartoon character at one point. So yes, I am playing a theater character, except they're a fun creature, is exactly the vibe. Yeah, totally. That's Tethercat. But then sometimes I lean into it and I'm like, listen, I'm just a cat. Listen, all I do is I just sit here and retract my claws and I purr on occasion, and lick my wounds. So, yeah, Tethercat has a backstory, but honestly, I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to have a good time with everyone else. And you know what makes me happy about having a good time with everyone? It's not this music. I really got to get rid of that song. That song bugs me. That song is way too brave, brave Sir Robin for me. Everything about that song reminds me of brave, brave Sir Robin. And I can't handle it. It hurts me. Gonna go and take a chunk out of my trees over here, just to break up the monotony. Yeah, if you haven't clued in, I am playing this game with mods. I am playing this game with heavy and extensive mods, and I have no regrets. I'm quite enjoying it. Gotta get another spruce. There we go. There we go. That's fantastic. That's great. Nice. Can I put another tree in there? I can totally put another tree in there. Well done, me. Well done. Pardon me while I pat myself on the back. Boom, 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 boom. La la. Yay. And Back to the fun. Let's do another hydration check, everybody.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
So yeah, I've got to figure out how to get some translation action happening. That's going to be the next goal. To give ChatRat a multilingual upgrade. I recorded a music video about 1.5 years ago. I suppose I could work on that. Honestly, I'm just having so much fun relaxing. This is what happens when you get old. You really appreciate the moments that you can just take it easy. But yeah, there's been no anime I've wanted to see other than the Ghost in the Shell. There's been no movies I wanted to see other than the Coyote vs. Acme. I'm barely listening to any new music. One thing I did the other day was I was listening to the Gorillaz, because I love the Gorillaz. I was listening to Gorillaz and I decided that I was going to try and take out the lead singer's voice. Damon Albarn's the lead singer, but in the Gorillaz he goes by 2D. So I wanted to remove his vocals and make all of the Gorillaz songs from the album into instrumentals. No vocals, just instrumentals. So I found some software. I was just trying to punch through a whole bunch of things and I managed to come across something. And I was able to do it. It took me a long time. But now I have the ability to remove vocals from any music that I have. And I was listening to Rush, and I tell you, Rush is one of the best bands ever. But I have such a tough time.
Fens will rise 3947 said things you can say as a serial killer but also as an audio designer. I removed the Gorillaz vocals.
And then I took Geddy Lee out of the picture. So I love Rush, but I have a tough time getting past Geddy Lee's vocals. It is a stumbling block, and as a Canadian I fail because it hurts me to listen to Rush when Geddy Lee is singing. So the other day, someone mentioned to me, hey, do you have the album Moving Parts or something? And it has Tom Sawyer on it. Today's Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you, etc., etc. I thought, yes, but I hate that song. I hate if anyone else were singing it, I'm sure I'd love it. Everything else other than the vocals. And then I remembered, hey, I got this utility that I can actually remove vocals from. So I did that. I took Geddy Lee out of Rush. And man, just as a pure instrumental, that entire moving album, moving parts, moving motions, whatever it's called, moving something, that entire album is phenomenal as an instrumental. Rush is really good as an instrumental. So, and then I did something similar with Tool. I pulled out the entire Lateralis album made that into an instrumental. I have no issues with Keenan Maynard's voice. I love that guy. Got no problems with that. But I figured if I did it with Geddy Lee, I might as well do it with Maynard. Don't play favorites. Even Primus would be an interesting one, which I haven't done, but someone once described Primus, and I love Primus. Primus sucks. I love Primus. Someone once described Primus as 3 musicians at the top of their game playing the best music you've ever heard while a hobo whispers in your ear. And I gotta admit, that's a pretty accurate description. It's phenomenal music, and if you're into Primus, then you get Primus. But if you just can't get past the lyrics or the way that Les Claypool sings, then that could be an obstruction. Anyway, I love Primus. I love the way that Les Claypool sings. I removed a gorilla's vocals. So I'm all worried about showing off more Littlest Hobo or movies or stuff like that because I got a copyright strike on my YouTube channel. The first of 3. And it didn't allow me to do anything for a week. So I've been skirting around copyright on YouTube. I've been dancing with the devil as far as copyright on YouTube goes.
Minimicursor 96 said some bullshit.
Absolutely, it was some bullshit. Because that was that stream that we were watching, the Littlest Hobo. I think we watched Romeo and Juliet. We were watching like about 10 or 20 different Canadian things. Cooking with Bruno Gerussi, with David Letterman. There was a lot of stuff we were watching that night. And YouTube just said, yep, you done bad, and didn't say why. Didn't say what it was. And I was showing off like 5 or 6 Canadian things. So I still don't know what I did wrong. I suspect it was the Littlest Hobo, but you never know. And anyway, all that to say, now I'm wary. I got a community warning, and then I got a copyright strike. So I'm dancing with that devil over some bullshit. Absolutely. But with that said, I really want to show something. I don't know what. It's not going to be tonight. I'm not going to do anything tonight. But I really want to show something again. I always like acquiring rarities and then showing them to everybody. Hey everyone, take a look at this oddity which no one's seen since 1972. What was I? I was listening to XTC, the band XTC. I was listening to them. Listening to their album, their song, Making Plans for Nigel. I didn't know this, but that album, Drums in Circles, was in 1979. That was when it was released. XTC, 1979. And I thought, wow, this is amazing stuff. This sounds late 80s. It's a truly progressive album. And that same year was the first year that The Cure released their album, Three Imaginary Boys, which is pretty much punk. There's no emo, no goth. The Cure is just doing straight up punk in their early years. And it's wonderful. So, yeah, And this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of oddity that I would love to show. Now, I'm not going to play music unless it's like 15th century Baroque, but just the weird, hey, did you know that this was a thing? Let me show ya. Once again, portraying the late night public access television show host. Oh. Posture check. I just realized that in my nice ergonomic chair and my nice ergonomic desk setup, I was once again cross-legged and hunched over. Gotta stop doing that. Holy crap. Just noticed, you see that big tree
Fence
in the
will
background?
rise 3947 said your body wants you to be a shrimp. It is that simple.
It kind of does. Look at this tree. It's one of those ones I just planted. Pardon me. Oh, look how long it's taken to get through all this. This axe is gonna break. That was nice. I only got one sapling out of it. That's highway robbery. Let's get rid of some of these. Quite the haul. 25 oak saplings out of the mix. That's all right. The tether tail. I remember the day that I came across this fishing rod. I was so ecstatic, and then I had to name it, and Mini-Me suggested the tether tail, and it was just brilliant. Just brilliant. Fens will rise the premise, and I think I showed this off with the images that Tethercat hangs upside down from a telephone or a Tethercat pole. As you can see on the side there, the whole premise is Tethercat is upside down and has a rope tied to the tail. So, with Mini-Me suggesting that this fishing rod should be labeled as the tether tail, that is nothing shy of brilliant. Yep. Getting a message while I'm streaming here. Let's see what's going on. Uh-oh. I kind of want to go over to that area there and take out those bad guys. I've got this craving to just wander over that way. I'm not even suited up for it. Oh, what's this? Yeah. Do I have any diamonds? Got some emeralds, but... if I go over there, I'm going to be woefully unprepared. Nothing there. Trying to see if I have any chests lying around. Maybe further down, maybe. See if we can craft some diamond armor or some such. Quite a bit of strip mining in this little area, isn't there? Oh, we got some raw copper. I don't think that'll help us too much. Do I have anything for... man, I don't have a lot of anything. So let's... wow, I really don't have a lot of anything. I cannot make a pickaxe with this current layout. So, let's just do the best we can here. You can see that mini-map up at the front. I almost said mini-me. Wonder why. See that mini-map up in the top corner. I've done some strip mining, obviously. It's too much effort. Let's just go back and do more fishing. It's too much effort. Let's just go and hang out and do some fishing. That's why we're here. We'll go on an adventure another day. Just do fishing today. Funny because I want to see how many bad guys there are around. Oh, surprisingly none. Also, we have some bees. Nice, we got bees hanging out over there. But I was expecting to find a lot more creepers. Well, there's a couple of zombies over here. They must be hanging out right here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the woods. Hey, it's those guys. Those bad guys. They're in the woods right over there. I should just let loose the dogs. Are they down there? Oh, there's one of them. Oh. Wow. It's raining cats and dogs. Or at least it was. Anyway, back to fishing.
Omega Chase 1002 said, is this a modded HUD?
Yeah, I'm running a lot of mods at the moment. I'm running a lot of mods. I've got entity culling on, inventory HUD plus. overlays to show light overlay. It's called more overlays, but whatever. I've got chain mining, and that's what you see when I'm doing that, the destruction of the trees. Inventory. So I've got my sorting inventories. Inventory sorter, and then Zero's minimap, and that's what we're looking at right here. RPG HUD and Zero's minimap. And you can kind of see, here's RPG HUD right here. We have general type of settings, type vanilla, type simple. This is simple type. It shows my health and my armor down at the bottom. Default. Well, that's cool. It has my little face in the top corner. Level 43. That's cute. Extended. I just extended out a little more. And then texture, and I just like vanilla. Vanilla is good enough for me. So yeah, that's the modded HUD I use, is RPG HUD on Fabric. And it does the job quite well. Man, when's the last time I did a Buckley's check? Pardon me while I snag some Buckleys. Oh hey, Omega Chase. Good seeing you again. I thought you were Fens Will Rising. Yeah, welcome aboard Omega Chase. Glad to have you. I didn't realize it was you. I hope you're doing well. Why is there a bee in the middle of the water? I don't know. There's just a bee flying in the middle of the water.
Omega Chase 1002 said, Chat rat, how dare you not speak the first message I sent.
You sent a first message, did you? Yeah. Chat rat's pretty good with most things. Sometimes chat rat hiccups, but for the most part, chat rat's pretty good. Chat rat is a rat, and chat rat does happen to have a voracious appetite, so sometimes some of the messages get eaten. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. We're just playing some stupid-ass Minecraft with absolutely no incentive and no ambition. And it's great. Oh, I got some more trees happening over in the tree farm.
Omega Chase 1002 said, I'm being oppressed by Ratbotnik.
Help, help, I'm being repressed. Ratbotnik. What was the name of the rat guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? It wasn't Ratman, was it? I thought Ratman, like, I know Ratman was in Portal 2. That was Doug Ratman. But didn't Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles also have a Ratman? Guy who just hung out in the sewers. Like, not Shredder or Splinter, but Ratman.
Omega Chase 1002 said, why isn't your Minecraft character upside down?
Omega Chase, if you can find me a mod that flips Minecraft characters 180 degrees, you send that my way, I will implement that in a heartbeat, I will. Until then.
Omega Chase 1002 said, you're thinking of Master Splinter.
Nah, I'm totally not thinking of Master Splinter. I'm thinking of some guy, and all I know is he's got, like, mummy-like bandages all across his face and knuckles. And I think he just...
Omega Chase 1002 said, maybe it's the entire in-game world that's upside down.
Yeah, maybe. Omega Chase 1002. Picking up the lore where I'm putting it down. It's all about the lore. I mean, let's face it, Omega Chase. You're even lucky that that I took time
Omega
to
Chase
put together an
1002 said
outfit.
much like our own world.
Like, take a look. I even got a tail with a rope on it. And the rope is slung around my shoulder. So, we're lucky I even got into that level of detail. But yeah, I hope you're
Omega
doing well.
Chase 1002 said I still need to update my own Minecraft avatar.
Yeah. I think I did this on one of those creative streams I did. Just had a creative stream and put together the end animation, the beginning animation, and did up a Minecraft avatar. I do creative animation or creative streams here, there, and everywhere, every now and then. Definitely want to go and take out some of those trees. La la la. Da 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 da. Perfect. A thing of beauty, a work of art. Feels good getting back into this. Definitely does. I've been far too absent from Minecraft and the joy of this game. It's nice to return back to an old favorite, a classic. I was looking at I was saying this at the top of the stream, I was looking into all the games I could be playing. Because you go to a Steam sale and you pick up 17 new games. That's just every single season, every single Steam sale, you get 150 new games. And then you think, I just kind of want to play the old games. That's where we are right now, is I just really wanted to play some comfortable, familiar, comfortable Minecraft. Play that on stream and just have some fun with everybody. We all need a little bit of fun. Oh, that's a tree that just popped up. You see that tree in the background? Just boop. A super spruce. Biggest one in the area. I should leave that one up. As a reminder to everybody, hey, this
Omega
is
Chase
where I live.
1002 said beat a 19-year-old game today that's been on my backlog for years. Retro is comfy.
Well done, and congratulations to you on that. What game was it, if you don't mind my asking? 19-year-old game, eh? 2026, 1997? No. Yeah, no. 2007? 2007. So that's around the PS2 area. So it could have been anything from Okami to...
Omega Chase 1002 said Sonic Rush Adventure.
Ah, nice, nice. I started, today I fired up, I found it on my Mr. FPGA. I started up Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo. It's like, let's give this a try. And I got about 5 minutes into it and I decided, no, I'm going to play Minecraft on stream. I guess I'm just not cut. I was playing Harvest Moon and I was thinking, wow, this is a great game. You get to cut down trees. You get to plant vegetables. You get to fish. Is this not the best game ever? And I thought, no, it's not the best game ever. In fact, I know what the best game ever is, and I'm going to go and play some of the best game ever. So I guess me playing Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo is the reason all of us tonight are watching me play Minecraft. Thank you, Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon ran so we could walk.
Omega Chase 1002 said, speaking of the Super Nintendo, I was today years old when I found out that the NES Ninja Gaiden games got Super Nintendo remakes.
I did not know that. Now, I know that the Ninja Gaiden originally started out as an arcade trilogy. Like, originally they were on the arcade. So, the NES Ninja Gaiden 1 was a very different attempt to make an 8-bit version of an arcade game. And it turns out it was a superior version. Like, no one remembers the arcade game of Ninja Gaiden, but everyone remembers the NES Ninja Gaiden because it was the best game ever. It's one of the top games ever. I love that game. Super Nintendo. So I guess the Super Nintendo did it up kind of like how it did the Super Mario trilogy. Like Super Mario All-Stars did 1, 2, 3, and Lost Levels. I guess there was a Super Nintendo version of the Ninja Gaiden series too, huh? That's interesting. I'm gonna have to go and take a look for that. I might have even have known that in the past, but that would have been over 30 years ago. I'm old.
Omega Chase 1002 said, I'm still unclear on whether or not the 3D games are supposed to be a remake, a reboot, or a continuation.
That's because modern society has combuddled the whole, oh no, what is a remake? What is a reboot? What's a prequel? What's a continuation? Yeah, no one knows. I mean, we can thank Hollywood for that. It's best just to say that they're the 3D versions. Just kind of leave it at that. Although I was appreciative the fact that Ryu Hayabusa was in the Dead or Alive series as a fighter. I kind of appreciated that. But that was a nice touch.
Omega Chase 1002 said, remake is same story but improved / changed gameplay. Reboot is same characters but different story that disregards previous continuity.
I don't know. I wish I could say I agree with that. I still maintain all of it is confusing because if you look at the Terminator series, Terminator was a very good single film. Terminator 1 was a very good single film. Didn't need anything else. Good film. Terminator 2 was a sequel that did not need to be made, but it was a good sequel. Very good sequel. And then Terminator 3, 4, 5, 6, Terminator Genesis, Terminator Outlander, Terminator The Terminated, the TV show, it's stupid. Alien versus Terminator, it all got stupidified. So as a single movie, Terminator's a good single movie. After that, you just give up and, you know, you shrug. This didn't need to be made, and if it's good, we win. You can say that for anything. Die Hard. Ghostbusters, definitely. Ghostbusters was a fantastic standalone movie, and I'm hard-pressed to admit that I liked the two cartoons, the real Ghostbusters and Extreme Ghostbusters. I love Extreme Ghostbusters. That was far better than it had any
Omega
right to
Chase
be.
1002 said I thought it was pronounced Ryu, not Ryu.
I'm still up in the air on that, personally. And don't take my word on any pronunciations. I have a hard enough time pronouncing Tethercat so that chat rat will listen. And, so it could be Ryu, it could be Ryu, I don't know. Fun fact, when I was Tetherkitten, we're going way, way, way back. I used to read books. I used to read books more than I talked to classmates, more than I talked to people, more than I watched television, because we only had 3 stations back then. I used to read so many books. And as just the tiniest of tether kittens, I went up to my Tethercat spawn sibling and I said, hey.
Omega Chase 1002 said I think it's Ryu, because it's the Japanese word for dragon.
100%. I totally agree with that. I went up to my Tethercat sibling when I was just the weeest of wee kittens, and I said, Tethercat sibling, how do you pronounce this word? Is it vase or is it vase? Do you pronounce this vase or do you pronounce it vase? And my brother looked at me and he was just like, I don't get you sometimes. And he got really angry with me and he walked away. Which is one way of saying that he, as a small kitten himself, albeit a little bit older, did not know the answer and didn't know how to respond to the answer except with anger. Why are you so weird? Is it pronounced vase or vase? Why are you so weird? Got angry and walked away. I never did learn the answer until I did learn the answer and I found out it's pronounced both ways. You could have just told me that. Anyway, yeah. If you read something, just roll with it. Maybe it's pronounced some way. Maybe it's pronounced some different way. Who knows? There's a mending. There's a mending. That's a nice mending. We got 3 mendings. So let's toss one of those into the old slot. It says it's at 1% according to the HUD. So we can get this little bit of experience points. And it's at 7%. Hooray. Yeah, I used to read a lot. I haven't read anything. I picked up 2 books. I purchased Dungeon Crawler Carl because it got recommended to me. Hey, Tethercat, you like weird stuff, so you should enjoy this one. I said, yeah, okay. I haven't looked at it yet. And the other book I picked up was something called The Thursday Murder Club. And it's about a bunch of old people in an old retirement home and they solve mysteries. And again, I haven't picked it up, I haven't read it, but I admit I am a lot more keen to reading that one than the Dungeon Crawler Carl one. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I have not read a lot of books in recent time, whereas when I was a kid, that's all I did was read books. Mind you, I do play a lot more games. I play a lot more games. I ran into an acquaintance in the street, a friend of mine. I was walking, going to get some mail, and I ran into a friend.
Omega Chase 1002 said that's nice. I tried a new book today too.
Yeah, what book did you crack open? What have you been and this goes for all of you, everyone here. What are you all reading? What recommendations can all y'all throw at me? But Omega, what did you pick up? What are you reading? Now you got me curious. Hopefully it's some exciting piece of fiction and not like, you know, the owner's manual of a 1993 Honda Civic or something. Let's do a hydration check.
Omega Chase 1002 said Sonic the Hedgehog, the Blade of Courage.
Okay.
Tethercat said hydration check. Tethercat said hydration check.
So is that like a graphic novel or is it an actual novelization? Or is it a webcomic? I think if I read anything, lately I've been reading manga. I read a lot of manga. So, it's not exactly the printed word, but it's close. It's got connections.
Omega Chase 1002 said it's a manga.
Oh.
It was in Japan for a while, but Chapter 1 dropped for sale in America today.
Interesting. Sonic the Hedgehog manga. That'd be nice. Well, I do hope you enjoy it. The one manga, I have one manga that's my absolute favorite. I drop everything when a new chapter comes out and I get to read it. And really the only defining factor you can call it is Hitorobochi. But it gets translated into a loner's life in another world. It's an isekai novel. Or an easygoing loner's life. You know, it gets a couple of different variations on translation. But it's all about just some guy and his class gets sucked into the new world and they all get the superpowers, but then he's last in line and he gets all the crap isekai powers like sewing and how to tell time. He gets all the worst of the worst, but he gets all of them. So everyone gets one superpower, but he gets like about 50 really bad ones. And it turns out that they're not bad at all, and he manipulates everything to his advantage. What really makes it a great manga, though, is the artwork. If you take a look at almost any artwork, whether it's anything or isekai or just anything in general, nowadays, lately, the artwork is incredibly bland. It's quantity over quality. But not this one. This one, the artwork is just amazing. From chapter 1, it has not stopped. Fantastic. Anyway, that's one of my favorite manga that I'm always reading. I'm always ecstatic whenever a new chapter comes out. Hitorobochi, or A Loner's Life in Another World. Oh, we're at 100% on that one. So, I've mentioned before that I'm a writer. I myself am a writer. I do short fiction. I've been published. I've been a household name at times.
Omega Chase 1002 said my girlfriend showed me an isekai where the main character's only real power is shopping online and getting whatever he buys instantly. So he starts cooking and apparently our world's food is such a
Come on, chat rat. Come on. Delicacy in their fantasy world that even he
Omega
catches.
Chase 1002 said Delikaki in their fantasy world that he even catches the attention of some deities and tames powerful familiars with his food.
Yeah, okay. I've seen a couple of them where whatever the superpower is, it gains them the attention of the local deities. Yeah. Like Fenrir, the wolf god, sniffs and then becomes addicted to pudding or something. Yeah. It's cute. I've seen a bunch of those. They're cute. They're also kind of crappy. And again, the artwork is not spectacular. It's very simplistic. It's almost a Harlequin novel. It's very simple, and I love those. I eat them up. Anyway, but I myself am a writer, and I read these Harlequin novels, these really crappy manga.
Omega Chase 1002 said yeah, but the fact that he accomplishes all this by just cooking is funny.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And again, I think I've read about 4 or 5 different variations of that, and it's all good. There's even a Minecraft one, literally block for block Minecraft. Yeah, one of my favorites is an Elite Dangerous type of isekai where he becomes a space mercenary. There's a speedrunner one where he gets tossed into this fantasy world and defeats the demon lord within 4 minutes. And he does it all with no clips and the beginner stick. You know, the tutorial stick that cannot break. And then he no clips his way over into the demon lord's lair. And he beats the ultimate evil within 4 minutes. And then he's like, well, now what? And everyone doesn't know that he's beaten the biggest of the big bads. So then they say, oh, hero, we'll give you a quest if you can go and fetch these apples. And of course he's, that's a fun one. That's a great one. I think it's either speedrun or RTA. If you look up isekai for speedrun or RTA, that's a pretty fun one. But yeah, they've got all these premises. And then I'm a writer, and I've been trying to get into doing my own writing. Every time I read some of these really bad isekai, I think, oh, I could do better than that. So, yeah, I gotta get around to that. It's on my to-do list. Not there yet. I have priorities such as repairing fishing rods that have mending. Priorities. Oh. There we go. I was fishing with the wrong fishing rod.
Omega Chase 1002 said I saw this other ice guy that's basically
Yeah.
What if a Power Ranger got ice guyed into a fantasy world.
Yeah, I saw, I think it's called Red Ranger. I think it's Red Ranger in another world or something. That one looks funny. Yeah. I mean, they all started with great intentions. They all started with the best of intentions. What if it was a power fantasy and you got transported into your favorite video game? That's how it started. And then it became so ludicrous and just over the top that one of them was you've reincarnated as a vending machine in another world. I saw one, you've reincarnated as a hot spring in another world. They're just so stupid. And now they've embraced the stupid and it's circled back again. So it was serious, then stupid, and now it's serious and stupid. And I think that the world's a better place for that. That's exactly the level of quality we're looking for is serious and stupid. Well, it's the top of the hour. I think I'm going to cut it. I think we've been doing this for 2 hours. I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to bid everyone a farewell and a good night.
Omega Chase 1002 said Isekai isn't a bad genre, but a lot of them do sorta go through the same checkboxes with 1 or 2 differences to set them apart. So the best ones are the ones that don't really feel like Isekai.
Agreed. So everyone, we're gonna take off. This is the end of the stream. We're gonna bid our farewells.
Omega
and we're gonna
Chase
say our good nights.
1002 said like Digimon Adventure, or Amphibia.
So I want to extend my gratitude that everyone has shown up and chatted along with us on this epic Minecraft adventure.
Omega Chase 1002 said good night, God bless.
Except anything. All we did was fish and chat. And you know what? That's good enough for all of us. If anything, we grew a gigantic tree in the back. Feel good. That's a gigantic tree. That's our feel-good tree. That's a monument. That's a testament to Minecraft ingenuity is that tree. I'll chop it down off stream. All right, everyone. Take care and get yourself some good food. Get some good rest. Once again, I definitely appreciate everyone showing up, having a good chat. And, as always, thanks for watching. It'll never say thanks. Never, never, never.
Tethercat said thanks for watching. Tethercat said thanks for watching. Tethercat said hashtag tethercard. Tethercat said hashtag tethercard.